And joining me right now, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Pollak, Senior Editor-at-Large at Breitbart and author of How Trump Won, the inside story of a revolution. Joe, great to see you, sir.
Good to be with you.
Book is coming out in paperback next week?
That's right, Monday.
All right. So it's easier to carry in paperback, I guess, if you want to look at it.
It's easy to carry. I mean, the disadvantage is everyone on the train will know what you're reading. You know, if it's on a Kindle, you can pretend it's something else.
That's true. Well, good luck with that. And hopefully it'll be as big a success as the original was. Okay, let us talk a little bit about CPAC is coming up this weekend. And, you know, the big controversy was Milo, who until yesterday worked for Breitbart, was the keynote speaker, and then a tape reared its ugly head, and we talked about it. We're going to have much more on that in the Gimme 5 segment at the end of the show. But here's what Milo said yesterday.
My employer, Breitbart News, has stood by me while others caved. They've allowed me to carry conservative and libertarian ideas to communities that would otherwise never have had them. They have been a significant factor in my success, and I'm grateful for the freedom and for the friendships that I forged there. But I would be wrong to allow my poor choice of words to detract from my colleagues' important job, which is why today I'm resigning from Breitbart effective immediately. This decision is mine alone. When your friends have done right by you, it's only right to do right by them. And for me, that means stepping aside so my colleagues at Breitbart can get back to the great work they do.
Very, very gracious. And your take on the whole situation?
Well, every year there's some kind of controversy on the eve of CPAC. You know, there's always, and it's usually around these kinds of issues. So unfortunately, Milo is at the center of it. I think you're correct. He handled it very graciously and gracefully. I've no doubt he'll come back. I think he probably feels emboldened by what happened, and I think he has a devoted following that will continue to be interested in what he says and does. I think it's unfortunate, you know, God tests us in funny ways. Psalm 31, I think, is an appropriate parable for what Milo went through, what the country, I guess, went through over the last few days. But he's going to be back, I would imagine, and he's been very gracious about it. I think he did the right thing, and we're looking ahead.
When you say, just to clarify, when you say he'll be back, you mean with Breitbart?
No, he said he's going to
back
do his,
in general.
Yeah, no,
okay, I just want to make sure.
I think that the way he dealt with it was mature, was humble.
I agree, yeah.
And I think people do come back after difficult episodes like that, as long as they have learned, or as long as they've absorbed it and
if he were a liberal,
processed it,
he'd be forgiven right now immediately.
Oh, no,
but
I mean,
because he's a conservative,
there
are those who will never. Right, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, but you know, it is what it is. I think our editor-in-chief, Alex Marlow, handled it very well, said the right things, and we're looking forward to CPAC. You know, Breitbart's basically converging on CPAC as we do every time, and this year, you know, Donald Trump is there, and it'll be a lot of fun. The president, remember, he didn't go last year, so it'll be interesting to see what happens this year.